I'm going to do that again. It is one of my favourite parts of this song.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. Another Tori Holub performance. And I'm really keen to have a look at this one because many of you love Tori Holub. She is, for those of you who don't know who she is, she's rather famous for those who love the Carpenters for sounding crazily, scarily like Karen Carpenter. And she's done some really beautiful work with Jim, the MIDI doctor, and Jim's a fellow Aussie. And hello, Jim, if you're watching. Just as a side note, I found another singer. Someone messaged me and sent me another voice who sounds. It's almost weird to say, even more like Karen Carpenter. I'm going to review that voice in a few months, but for now we're going to listen to Tori. What I'm looking forward to listening to this one for is this is a live performance of Close to You. What we've heard by Tori historically has been all in studio, whereas now we get to hear her live, and I think it's going to be interesting to be able to really review the accuracy of her pitch in a live setting, because as we know, the pitching of her studio work is, for all arguments aside, not pitch corrected. But this performance leaves me wondering whether Tori is doing some other things in post to give us such an accurate performance when she does in studio vocals. Controversial? Not really. We'll talk more about that as we get going. Let's dive into the performance. She's got a superbly beautiful, mellow, I love her voice. Let's dive in and have a listen to this live performance of Close to You.
Suddenly appear every time you are near, just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Like me, they long to be close to you. On the day.
I'm going to pause it there because otherwise I'll get too carried away just enjoying Tori sing this song. And just in case you haven't been following along, my wife and I had this song sang at our wedding 30 years ago. We've been married 30 years, and the reason we had it sung is because we love the song. It's beautiful. I want to first of all check out pitch accuracy. Let's go. I'm going to take it right back to the beginning because actually her first note is inaccurate. I'll show you. Let's have a listen. I'm going to pause it straight away. Let's have a look at the pitch in Melodyne. And this is what Melodyne shows us.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
So, So first of all, this first note, she does not get down to the actual start note. The start note should be an E3 down there. Actually, I'm going to take it back here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune this entire section in a really crass way, doing it this.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
So that's what it would look like if it was, hard tuned. I'm by no means suggesting Tori can't sing in tune. If that's the conclusion you are drawing from what I'm saying, you are missing the point, if I might be so bold. What I'm recognizing is this is a wonderfully imperfect live vocal. And, when we've reviewed Tori's voice before, and Phil at Wings of Pegasus has shown us that those performances have not been pitch corrected, even though they are bang on pitch. So what is going on there? Well, I'm left thinking that perhaps, and I don't think Tori's trying to fool anyone, I don't think she's being disingenuous, but I think she's just possibly, of course I'm not in the room when she records it and then does her editing of her vocals, I think there might be a fair few takes that she's then stitching together to give us those perfectly accurate performances. If I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to be wrong. But the very fact that we see Tori performing here live and we're not getting as perfect a performance as we do from the studio vocals suggests to me that something has to have been done to those pre-recorded vocals. Again, that does not suggest she can't sing in tune. No, she's awesome. She's amazing. Listen to the tone. Listen to the phrasing. We'll talk more about those things as we go along. I'm just making the point, especially for those of you who are learning to sing, when you hear, studio performances, remember that pitch perfect accuracy that you are hearing, more often than not, has either been digitally enhanced through auto-tune or Melodyne, the program I've just shown you the pitch in, or through multiple takes stitched together. It's very rare, almost impossible. I won't say is impossible, but it's highly unlikely that it was a single take done beginning to end. Human beings are imperfect. We just are. No matter how good you are imperfect. And Tori is as well. Let's continue.
Every time you are near, just like me, they long to be close to you.
She got that note then, didn't she? She got down to that note.
Just like me, they long to be
Beautiful.
close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by?
And just to show you that I want to show you her beautiful pitch, as in how beautifully accurate she really is.
On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come.
So you can see here, I mean, that sounds, when you listen to that with the video, it sounds perfectly in tune because it is, from a performance level, to when we just hear it once through, when we're watching and we're enjoying. But equally, if we pitch correct it,
on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come.
I don't like that version. I like this version.
On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true.
Even though, see, look at this. Look at how sharp that is. I mean, that's nearly an F as opposed to the E that it should be.
And decided to create a dream.
Yeah? So it all comes... yeah. I mean, it actually sounds right when it's in the middle of the pitch.
And decided to create a dream.
Yeah. And it just goes to show, doesn't it, that, you know, when we... if things were with, you know, where you would, you know, robot tune everything, it I don't know, it strips it of and makes it devoid of any humanness.
You walk by just like me. They long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So the sprinkle moon is in your hair, golden starlight rising new.
I love the way she does that with her hands, because it's such a lovely, iconic part of the song. Is a brung, brung. As I'm watching Tori, I also I don't know how much Tori has had experience on stage. Certainly, most of what I've seen her do has been within a studio setting, and she's not giving off any sense of nervousness. Certainly, from my viewpoint, I do wonder though whether there is still some maturing to happen in her sense of stage presence, her sense of owning the stage. Interesting point to be made, Karen Carpenter herself was certainly in her early stages of singing, performance-wise, she was very nervous. She was very nervous to come out from behind the drum set, which is where she normally sat, and to come out front. And so, you know, we acknowledge that there are some fantastic performers over the years who have also had a very reserved stage presence. But equally, I wonder whether, for example, you know, for you, when you're working on your performances at home, do some work in front of the mirror. You can see Tori's left hand is constantly sort of up. She's sort of holding the left hand up quite a bit, and it's not I'm not given to thinking that's sort of like a, you know, a protective kind of a nervousness, but I just wonder whether a dropping of that hand and perhaps a little less sort of a little bit more focal work on stage could be beneficial.
That is why all the girls in town follow you all around, just like me. They long to be close to you.
Great horn line. I wonder whether we can see just how beautiful that tone is.
On the day you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true.
Yeah, Moises hasn't done a great job of giving us the isolation, but I do want to just highlight how strong and full the resonance is. Just you can see it just sitting around here, around the fundamental. In this case, it's a I think it might be is an F4.
Angels got together and decided to create a dream come.
These notes here, and you can hear that in her tone. It's just this beautifully developed richness that comes from really good vocal tract shaping. Yes, her anatomy almost certainly lends itself to being quite Karen Carpenter-esque, but she's still got to do some work for that, right? There's like, it's not, you know, she couldn't mumble a way through it. It's still got to be an active vocal tract to create that level of tone.
Decided to create a dream come true. So this wrinkle dust in your hair, a golden star in your eyes and blue. That is why all the girls who follow you all around, just like me. They long to be close to you, just like me. They long to be close to you. Close to you. Close to you.
I'm sorry, I'm going to do that again. It is one of my favorite parts of this song, is that dun.
Close to you.
Burt Bacharach knew how to write a song, right? So a big part of the magic of that song is the writing. It's not just the performance; it's the written aspect of it. Tori is amazing, but in this performance, we also get to recognise that she's human. She's beautifully imperfect, and that should be an encouragement to all of us. That when Tori is applying very accepted and normal devices and techniques within the studio setting, that it allows her, quite rightly, to polish and to refine her performance. I do it. Absolutely do I do it. And why wouldn't she? But when we then hear the voice as a single one take, we get to hear how amazing she is, but equally how human she is. I hope you take the right message from today's review. I dare say we'll find ourselves doing more Tori. Tori Holub. Tori, how do I say your last name correctly? I do like to get them right, even though often I get them wrong. But can I remind you, there is a performance, a singer that I'm going to introduce you to, who had been introduced to me, who is even more scarily like Karen. If you'd like to hear that, subscribe, hit the white bell icon, and I'll bring that to you in a couple of months' time. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.